Welcome, dear souls, to another episode of Soul Healing Poetry. And this is episode 9. Today, we sit with words of Maulana Rumi, a poet whose heart was ever turned towards the beloved. We'll explore one of his most tender poems, line by line, reflect on each verse, and at the end, I'll share a poetic response of my own, inspired by his truths. Each reflection will include questions to invite you into your own heart and to notice where the divine is moving through your daily life. Maulana Rumi's words are everywhere now, on mugs, on Instagram, and yet something essential is often missing. So, today, gently and without judgment, I want to talk about this truth. Maulana Rumi was speaking about God. And if Maulana Rumi's words have ever comforted you, healed you, or softened something in you, that matters. That response is real. Maulana Rumi himself believed love was a doorway. He welcomed anyone who entered through it, but over time his words were separated from their source. Love became abstract, longing became romantic, and God slowly faded from the conversation. Maulana Rumi was not just a poet in the way we think of poets today. He was a deeply practicing Muslim, a Quran scholar, a jurist and teacher, a mystic rooted in worship. His poetry wasn't written for beauty alone. It was written as devotion. When Maulana Rumi speaks of the beloved, he is not speaking about another person. He is speaking about God. So why doesn't he always say God? Because mystics often speak from experience rather than explanation. And when love overwhelms, language just simply dissolves. Rather than explaining Maulana Rumi any further, I want to pause here and let his own words meet you. I am thine, and thou art mine. I am intoxicated by your love, and yet I am sober. In your presence I am free, outside I am chained. All that I knew of myself is gone, and only you remain. I am nothing without you. With you, I am all. I'll let that poem sink in, and then we're going to reflect line by line. I am thine, and thou art mine. Maulana Rumi begins with a declaration of intimacy. Imagine a child walking hand in hand with their parent, fully trusting, fully held. That trust, that surrender is what this line asks of us. To walk through life with our hand in the hand of the divine. It's not about losing yourself. It's about finding the deepest version of yourself in connection with something infinite. Now think about a moment when you trusted someone completely, maybe letting a friend help you, when you wanted to do it alone. That surrender felt risky, right? but it allowed support, growth, and peace. Maulana Rumi asks us to extend that level of trust to the divine every day. So where in your life are you holding tightly instead of trusting? How would your day shift if you fully leaned into the divine presence? And can you recognize moments of surrender as openings for grace? I am intoxicated by your love, and yet I am sober. Love from the divine is not fuzzy or confusing. It is clarity that awakens the heart. Think of a sunset, so beautiful it takes your breath away. Yet you are fully aware, noticing every colour and every breeze. That is intoxication and sobriety at once. Now consider moments when you are absorbed in something meaningful, reading a story, creating art, connecting with a loved one, and yet fully conscious of your surroundings. This is how divine love moves through us. It overwhelms, yet illuminates. So where in your life do you experience clarity and awe simultaneously? How can you invite more conscious love into ordinary moments? And when you're resisting this intoxication, is it because it feels vulnerable? In your presence, I am free. Outside, I am chained. Freedom is an inner reality, not external circumstances. You might be busy at work, juggling responsibilities, feel constrained. But in moments of prayer, in moments of reflection, the weight eases. This is freedom flowing from connection. Now, notice when you feel restricted, stuck in a conversation, anxious about a decision, or held back by self-judgment. Yet, in that quiet moment, when you breathe, pray, or simply pause, you can feel movement and space. That is the beloved's presence liberating you from the invisible chains. So what chains are you carrying today that you can release in the divine presence? When have you felt free in the simplest moments, and what allowed that? How can you invite more moments of inner freedom into your day-to-day life? All that I knew of myself is gone. Only you remain. Here is Fana, the annihilation of ego in God. This doesn't mean losing identity. It means seeing the self as a vessel, a reflection of something far greater. Think of how a river gives life to everything it touches, but never claims the water as its own. Now, you may notice this when helping someone in need, when your attention is fully on them. The I temporarily vanishes, or when creating art or poetry, the work seems to flow through you rather than from you. That is your ego dissolving into presence. So where are you clinging to control or identity that limits flow? When have you experienced moments of effortless giving or creation? How can you let more of life flow through you without attachment? I am nothing without you. With you, I am all. Maulana Rumi concludes with the essence of dependence and empowerment. Our life, movement, and being come from the divine. Like a plant that cannot grow without sunlight, we flourish when aligned with the source of life. Think about your morning routine, a simple act like drinking water. You are reminded that existence itself is a gift, and each small act is a reminder of a greater force moving through you. So where in your life are you trying to do it all alone? How can you acknowledge the unseen force that sustains you? And what small ways can you live today in gratitude for this gift of being? And here's a small poetic reflection of Maulana Rumi. Words. I lay down my edges and find my shape only in your embrace. What I thought was me is but a reflection of your infinity. My heart spins in your melody, yet every beat knows your presence, drunk yet awake, floating in the clarity of your essence. Everywhere else I stumble, yet in your light I soar. Every barrier falls away, and wings grow where feet once faltered. I am empty, yet brimming, a vessel shaped by your hands, where my voice once echoed, now flows only your song. I am the clay, you the breath that gives me form. Without you, I dissolve into dust. With you, I bloom into eternity. Imagine carrying this poem as a companion in your daily life. In moments of stress, doubt, or joy, each line invites you to pause, breathe, and reconnect. It transforms ordinary moments, a morning commute, a walk in the park, a conversation with a friend, into sacred encounters with the divine presence moving through you. So which line of this poem resonates most with you today, and why? How can you embody this surrender in a small action right now? And what would it feel like to live a day completely aware of this unseen presence carrying you? Now we're going to end with a little breath work. So sit comfortably, relax your shoulders, place one hand on your heart, and if it feels comfortable, close your eyes. Take a deep inhale, and imagining the breath filling you with divine presence. Now exhale slowly, releasing any sense of separation, tension, or ego. Now let's do that again. But as you inhale, imagine a light filling your body. So inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine that light filling your body. Now exhale for 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to do that one more time, but on the final breath, rest in stillness. Imagine yourself completely open, flowing and united with the unseen presence that moves all things. Inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine yourself completely open, flowing and united with the unseen presence that moves all things. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here as long as it feels comfortable, and let the divine fill every corner of your being. When you feel comfortable, open your eyes slowly and place your hands on your heart. I am yours. I breathe because you breathe. I move because you move. Every heartbeat, every thought, every breath is your love, and only your love. Thank you for sitting with me and Maulana Rumi today. May your heart carry the peace, surrender, and presence of this moment into every step. Take a breath. You're not empty. You're not alone. You are the flute, and the music is still playing. Maulana Rumi doesn't ask you to disappear. He asks you to listen. And today, you did. So, my dear souls, until next time, keep shining the light within.